we kind of split it up. A few of us had downloaded the app in advance, a few had not, so we wanted to determine that. So in terms of the positive, negatives, positive is kind of being able to download it and get out there was kind of familiar to us, so that kind of produced a good feeling. However, when we were actually there, one thing that we noticed was that unlike Google Maps, where even if you lose Wi-Fi or something like that, you can still be able to track your way to it. All of a sudden, the app, the map disappeared. So we kind of moved from the info screen realm into the physical realm, where we're starting to look where physically we thought it was actually going to be. There's a lot of issues around the actual physical screen. So there's a navigation screen on the bike, but probably because it's used so often, actually using it was difficult, so you'd have to move back to the screen and do it over again. Once we were actually on the bike during the journey, it was mostly pretty positive, and we actually liked having this big navigation screen that you could use rather than having to use your own cell phone. But then by the end, our mood kind of dipped because we realized just by the nature of how long it takes to actually get things up and running is pretty costly. And at the end of it, you get this Gmail email kind of as a receipt, and you're thinking, well, I don't need this. Like, this is kind of, it felt like a lot of burden for a short journey. And to your point, Nuria, about kind of the second way you do it, by the time we arrived there, we thought we were going to have lunch and stuff like that. We realized we had to get the hell back on the bikes and come back. That's how long it had taken us to actually get there originally. And some of the other physical stuff, like the bike docks, which were really difficult to get out the first time. Once you've done it once, you kind of know that you pick up the back, you jiggle it out, you get on it. So we found that that was pretty quick, and that a lot of our initial issues were kind of around onboarding, getting your credit card details and all that stuff. Once you had that in the system, it was a lot easier to just kind of get back on. So the return journey was actually, I would think, a lot more positive than our initial setup.
Do you need the app at all? I mean, there's a big screen on the thing, right? You don't have to use it.
You don't have to use it.
Okay, but you chose to.
Yeah, we wanted to have kind of dual experience to see what it was like.
Yeah, some of us didn't use the app at all and just went through the
And actually, the ones who didn't use the app were there like 10 minutes quicker than
It was
those
faster,
who were
yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
use it. Yeah, it was kind of a
Yeah, but at the end, we didn't know, from the very beginning, we didn't know whether we would have to use the app or not until we
Right.
get there, so
Okay.
some took it, yeah.
Right. Yeah, that knowledge is also something where there's maybe a touch point missing, right? So like you should know whether you need the app or whether you can